everyone.
Hi, I'm Jamie Whiteford with the Resource Conservation District. I'm here with Brad Adams from Barometer. We're here on this wonderful rainy day in this gorgeous avocado orchard, and we're here to discuss our choices of soil moisture sensors, and specifically we want to talk about our choice of soil moisture sensor in the context of soil texture. So I'll start with a watermark sensor manufactured by Barometer. This type of sensor works on principles of resistance. As it gets wet, as the soil gets wet, the resistance changes on this, and so you can get a digital readout of that resistance, and that gives you an idea of the soil moisture state. Next we have a tensiometer. Traditional tensiometer, this type of sensor, much like this one, is best for tighter soils, those that have clayier substance. One of the big differences between this sensor and this sensor is this tensiometer has a visual gauge on it, so that when you put this tensiometer in the soil, it measures soil tension and gives you a visual read of that tension. Next we'll turn to a low tension tensiometer. So a low tension tensiometer is very similar to a traditional tensiometer. The difference is that this blue tip allows this tensiometer to read lower tensions. And so this type of tensiometer would be most appropriate to use in a looser texture soil, such as those that have sandier character, low cohesive strength, low adhesive, low tension. Now I should mention that this particular sensor you can see is attached to a data logger, but these two different types of sensors can also be attached to a data logger. That means that you can get resistance or you can get tension and feed it to a data logger. That data can then be stored and retrieved. You can get that from your PC or you can get that from your phone. And then you can have a long-term record of what those soil resistance and soil tension readings are. Now, like I said, we're looking at these soil moisture sensors in the context of soil texture. So I use my soil logger to collect soil samples from throughout the avocado orchard. I've got two representative soils here. I've made a saturation paste of the soils that I've gotten from the different areas throughout the orchard. And what we want to do is we want to look at these soils texture so that we can distinguish what type of sensor would be best placed in the areas where we retrieve the soil. So as you can see, I've got what look like to be two different types of textured soil. Here we have a low tension, sandier soil, low cohesive strength. You can see that it's sloughing apart. This is in contrast to this type of soil, which has a heavier substance, a clayier, tighter soil. So in selecting a soil sensor, this low cohesive, low adhesive strength, low tension type soil, we best hosting a low tension tensiometer, such as this blue tip tensiometer here. This tighter, more clayey types soil, that's going to have higher tensions. The best sensors to choose would either be a traditional tensiometer if you wanted a visual read, or you could go with the watermark sensors, also good for tighter soils. This type of sensor would need a data logger with it. So what's important here is that you understand your soil texture so that you can pick the appropriate sensor for that particular type of soil so that you get the most accurate reading possible.